Today we will be presenting on the different types of official identification for livestock and poultry. Identification is a means of marking an animal or group of animals and is used for a variety of reasons, including, but not limited to, verification of ownership, inventory control, monitoring animal health, and tracking animal movement. Livestock identification is a critical component of disease control and traceability programs. Appropriate identification depends on the species and the intended use of the animal. For example, livestock moving in interstate commerce may require official identification, while a pet residing permanently on a single premises its whole life may not. Local, state, or federal government agencies may set standards to define official identification methods, devices, and numbering systems. Additionally, livestock organizations may set standards for identification methods required for registered animals. Official identification is typically required by state or federal regulatory authorities when livestock move interstate, during official disease testing, and for participation in government disease surveillance and control programs. An identification method means a system for identifying animals that may include official ear tags, official registry tattoos, brands, electronic implants, microchips, and group lot identification numbers. Identification devices for livestock include visual-only ear tags and radio frequency identification devices, RFID, including microchips, to be read electronically with wands or panel readers. Common livestock numbering systems are the Animal Identification Number, or AIN, and the National Uniform Ear Tagging System, or NUES. Other numbering systems may include a number for designating a flock or a premises. Official AIN numbers have 15 digits and may start with 840, the country code for the US. AIN tags are typically electronic and may include a number printed on the tag. Official NUES numbers have 8 or 9 digits, including a state code 93 for California, 2 or 3 letters or a letter-number combination, followed by 4 digits. NUES tags are strictly visual tags. Depending on the species, RFID devices need to be compliant with international standards, such as ISO 11784 and 11785 standards, or start with 840, US code. RFID ear tags use the AIN numbering system and are usually button-shaped tags. They may be paired with a bangle tag that has a visual number, which may be part of the AIN number or a herd management number. Group Lot Identification Number, GIN, is the number used to officially identify a group of animals of the same species that is managed together throughout the pre-harvest production chain. The GIN consists of the flock identification number, or premises identification number, followed by the date that the group was assembled, 2-digit month, 2-digit day, and 2-digit year. USDA-approved back tags may be used as temporary official identification for animals moving from an auction sale yard directly to slaughter. However, they are not approved for general interstate movement of livestock. All official ear tags are printed with the official US shield and the text, "Unlawful to remove," so the tags are easily recognized as official. Several types of official identification are approved for use in cattle. These include metal ear tags, RFID ear tags, official registry tattoos, and brands. Implanted microchips are not an acceptable form of identification for cattle, as their use may result in an adulterated food product. The most common official identification device in cattle is an ear tag, using either the AIN or NUES numbering system. The 15-digit AIN cattle ear tag is usually an RFID device, with the number also printed on the button-shaped tag. These tags are usually white or yellow. Orange tags indicate that a female was brucellosis vaccinated. Cattle NUES metal ear tags come in two types: brucellosis or bangs tags, which are orange and indicate that female cattle are brucellosis vaccinated, and silver bright tags, which are silver. Silver brights are used to officially identify cattle that bear no other form of official identification. Two other forms of identification can be considered official if both the shipping and receiving states agree: official registry tattoos that are associated with a recognized breed registry, and brands that are registered with the state. California currently has agreements with a few states to recognize brands as official identification for interstate movement. Lastly, USDA-approved back tags are a temporary form of identification that may be used for cattle moving in designated slaughter channels. Several types of official identification are used in sheep or goats. These include scrapie ear tags, AIN RFID ear tags, microchips, and official registry tattoos. Ear tags include flock identification tags that list the state code, CA for California, flock identification number, and a unique herd management number for the individual animal, and serial tags that list the state code, CA for California, a letter number combination, and then 4 digits. The 15-digit AIN sheep and goat ear tag is usually an RFID device, with the number also printed on the tag. If microchips are implanted, they are located between the skin and the cartilage of the back side of the ear, near the base, or between the skin and the bone near the base of the tail. Since 2019, microchip sheep and goats must be tattooed with a legible E if the implant is at the base of the ear, or an ET if the implant is in the tail fold. The tattoo must be at least 0.3 inches high in the ear, or, in the case of earless animals, the tail fold. When moving, the animal must be accompanied by an implant reader. Microchips are not considered a method of official identification for movement to slaughter or through a market. Additionally, the microchip number must be recorded with a Sheep or Goat Registry Association, or the National Scrapie Database. Legible official registry tattoos may be used if the registry is approved by the USDA. Registration paperwork must accompany the animal during transit. Group lot identification numbers may be allowed as official identification for sheep and goats when applicable. Lastly, USDA-approved back tags are a temporary form of identification for earless goats or horned bucks that are too dangerous to ear tag at a market when moving directly to slaughter. Methods of official identification approved for horses, donkeys, mules, and zebras include a complete written physical description of the animal, a series of 4 digital photographs, a unique individual identification tattoo or brand associated with an official equine registry, or an approved microchip. The complete physical description must include the animal's name, age, breed, sex, color, distinctive markings, including brands, whorls, and scars, and any form of identification, such as tattoo or microchip if present. When using digital photographs, 4 images are required: left side view, right side view, front view, and a view from behind. Photos can be incorporated into electronic certificate of veterinary inspection forms and electronic equine infectious anemia test forms, otherwise known as Coggins test forms. Organizations that register horses, such as breed registries, have their own independent system of identification. Lip tattoos or brands associated with registration papers can be used as official identification. Official registration papers must accompany the horse during transit. Microchips are also used in horses. They must be ISO compliant and meet the standards set forth by the International Standards Organization. The microchip contains a unique 15-digit identification number and is implanted in the nuchal ligament on the left side of the neck. Microchips that measure body temperature, in addition to the identification number, are available. When these chips are scanned, the EQUINE's temperature is displayed on the reader. These are a quick and safe temperature monitoring tool for animal health that is particularly useful in equine disease outbreaks. Several types of official identification are used in swine. These include visual-only ear tags, ear notches, tattoos, and electronic RFID devices, including RFID ear tags and microchips. For swine moving to slaughter, premises identification number tags, tattoos, group lot identification numbers, and USDA-approved back tags can also serve as methods of official identification. Swine ear tags include 15-digit AIN RFID devices with the number printed on the tag, NUES tags, and PIN tags. To be considered official identification, ear notches using the Universal Ear Notch System must be recorded with a Swine Registry Association, and registration paperwork must accompany the animal during transit. Tattoos on the ear or inner flank can also serve as official identification if they are recorded with a Swine Registry Association, and registration paperwork accompanies the animal. For slaughter swine and feeder swine, an ear tag or tattoo bearing the premises identification number, or PIN, may serve as official identification. Other official tattoos may be used for slaughter swine, including slap tattoos, applied to the shoulder area. If a PIN tag also includes a unique individual animal number, the tag would qualify as an official ear tag for other purposes. Microchips may be used for pet or companion swine, depending on a state's policy or regulations. Microchips need to be placed subcutaneously at the base of the left ear on the scutiform cartilage. Group lot identification numbers for swine may also be allowed to serve as a method of official identification in certain cases. USDA-approved back tags are a temporary form of identification that may be used for swine moving in slaughter channels. Poultry have two main types of official identification. Birds may be identified by sealed and numbered leg bands or wing bands. These bands may be used for identification of individual pet poultry for interstate movement or exhibition. Alternatively, group lot identification numbers, or GIN, may also be allowed to serve as a method of official identification in certain cases. Livestock identification is a critical component of disease control and traceability programs. While some forms of identification are the same across species, each species also has some unique forms of identification that are considered official. It is important to stay current on accepted forms of official identification.